I wanted to jump in and start recording because as soon as we see each other, it get good. So
Yeah, it get real
we
good.
here, y'all. Welcome to the accountability call. I was telling Eve she looking real evil strategy today because if you see any of her marketing materials, she got the suit on for the marketing materials. She got the fresh hair waving in the wind.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
I decided I'm gonna
Welcome,
look like my
welcome.
mother's child this week.
I love it, honey. I need to get these edges and these eyebrows together, honey, because they are
Look,
in the struggle.
I'm mad. I get mad because all my friends always realize when I get my eyebrows done. I'm like, why can you tell when my caterpillars are not
Honey,
looking?
honey, these caterpillars. Ugh. So y'all, welcome to the accountability call. We are accountability call number 2. It is Monday. We are here because accountability is the best way to get to your goals. Okay.
Mhm.
Eve is my accountability partner. I am hers because we work well together. We help to motivate each other, coach each other through the rocky road.
Yep.
So yes.
How you feeling? How was last week? I
So last
listen
week,
to you.
honey, I was like, what I'm realizing is your outlook on what is happening in your life really, really, really determines your ability to get through it.
Mm.
Because last week, I mean, it was just a whole bunch of stuff that didn't go the way I wanted it to go. Like, so my goals for last week were to get 50 to 100K in funding. We did not get that. Although we applied for funding at this bank called Truist. Didn't get it there. Then we're like, we want to use our actual business bank, which is Wells Fargo. But we found out we had to update the documents. What's it called? Like not the incorporation, but the operating agreement. So that my
Mm-hmm.
husband Tawanda is on there because I never updated it from when I started the business way back and way up, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wells Fargo taking forever to get the documents to update. We got a meeting, we gotta go there today to finally get those updated. And it was taking forever because I wanted to get funded. I wanted to actually apply for the loan. I mean for the line of credit, last week. But we couldn't apply for the line of credit last week because we had to do the operating agreement. But then I realized this is why it worked out the way it did. Because I was really aggravated. Because this weekend, I found out literally on Friday, I found out about a company called Rock Financial, which is a fintech company that literally funds, new businesses that don't have a lot of, income coming in. And they have a lot of different options, a lot more options than a bank does. And so I was like, that's actually something that I feel like we should explore. Um, Even outside of trying to get funding from Wells Fargo. So but had I not still just been exploring my options, had I been just in the aggravation of like, this is taking longer than I want to, I'm aggravated, I'll have this done this week, like, then I would have never found the Rock Financial, and that wouldn't be an additional option that we had because they don't even care about your credit score. I mean, my husband's credit score is good, but they don't even care about your credit score. They just want to know like what you're planning to do with the money and see like basically your ability to pay the money back, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we shall see. We're going to explore that this week. It's Rock
Mm-hmm.
Financial, ROK Financial. So that is how the funding went last week. So that is actually on my top things to do this week as well. Is still get this 50 to 100K in funding. Also, we had the wild decision to homeschool our children last week. So today is their first day of homeschooling. Homeschooling, unschooling. I'm learning so much. Deschooling. I'm learning so much about these terminologies. They're all new to me. The funny thing was, I was freaking out about it all last weekend, this past weekend, because I was like, oh my God, I feel like it's the right thing to do. But at the same time, like, I am very nervous about being overwhelmed and burnt out as a mother. Right. Right. So I'm like, I know the system is set up for oppression. So I don't necessarily want my babies in the system of oppression, especially in their most impressionable years. Okay.
Well,
And still, I am a whole businesswoman. I am trying to do a whole lot of things here. And I'm like, I cannot be overwhelmed with toddlers' energy. Okay. So that kind of threw a wrench in what my weeks will look like now, because now at 3 o'clock, I will be on mom duty, where I'm usually on mom duty at 5.
Mm.
But even still, one of the things I realized was on my Inez 2.0, I put that my children are homeschooled. So clearly I'm moving into the woman that I want to be. And I just need to accept it and roll with it. So those were the two biggest things last week that kind of hung me up. And then Bali, honey. I did a whole video. I dropped a whole video. If y'all missed it, I dropped a whole video on why using a travel agent is a no for me the majority of the time, right? Because I just expected to be able to have Bali booked because I was using an agent. But one of the things I shared in the video, sometimes the agent is not well equipped because they are not familiar with the destination, and they're not necessarily as helpful as you would like.
Right.
So Bali is still not booked, although we found a Groupon. Come on, Groupon. We found a Groupon. Z had found it a while ago. We thought it was gone, but it wasn't. So we found a Groupon for 8 days, right? 8 days?
What?
8 days in Bali.
What?
Flight included, Ubud and Kuta, hotels.
What?
Honey, this is what I'm saying. Y'all need to come along. Come along. If you need help
I'm
finding these type of things,
coming.
honey, this is why you need a travel coach. Okay? This is why you need a travel coach.
I'm coming.
Yes. Yeah. So yeah, so we found a Groupon. We're going to be using that to book Bali. So booking Bali was on my agenda for last week. I did not get it done.
But you
But
got
I'm
it
getting
done.
it done this week because we're gonna book this Groupon, and then we're just gonna add some of the excursions because the Groupon is only like $16.50 or something. Yeah.
And Inez, you need to send that link to me expeditiously.
Okay, hold up. Let me check. Oh, actually no. Oh, hold up. It starts at $12.99. It's 8 days and 6 nights. We leave on September 28th. It includes flight and hotels and some excursions, but some of the excursions we don't want to do, and it's $15.99.
I'm going. I'm going. I'm going. I'm going.
So, these are the things. So I'm gonna book Bali this week, and then I'm also gonna plan out my child care for that week because now that we are homeschooling parents, my children will not be at daycare. I need to make sure there are people here to watch my children, including their father, their grandmother, their grandfather. The people. Make sure my tribe is on deck for that week that will be gone. So that's my top two things for this week: is getting the funding and getting the child care. The other thing is batching 5 videos like I did last week, which has relieved so much pressure this week. And what was the other thing? Hold up. I was just looking at my calendar. Oh, this week I also am attending the National Black Business Expo conference here in Philadelphia on Wednesday. So my goal with that is to come away with I feel like I need at least 6 to 7 potential opportunities to either serve someone as their travel coach or collaborate and work with somebody in order to serve their audience. So I'm like, that's the go. I need to get that.
This is good.
Mm-hmm. So those are my tops. I didn't put so last week we did a self-care one as well. Honey, the self-care one really for me is still go to bed. It's still go to bed about 11:30. Oh, see, just like that.
Mm-hmm.
You There's Auntie Eve.
Hi, True.
What's that you wearing?
Girl,
Girl.
It's my suit.
Tell the people hello.
Hello.
You at home for your first day of homeschool?
Yeah.
Yeah. His baby sister. Mama. Okay, here, go see Baba. I gotta finish my live. There's Frida Boo.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Ree.
Say hi to Eve.
Hi,
There's Tawanda, my husband. The whole family. All right, I'm coming down in a little bit. Tomorrow, boo. True, stop that, girl. Honey, life, life, life. Okay.
like clear.
So yes, also go to bed. Go to bed at 11. Now, I
Mhm.
also probably need to set the ability for me to go to sleep at 11, but I'm gonna just say go to bed
Yeah,
at 11:30.
yeah. I feel you. I feel you.
Because
I'm
I
literally
don't.
when you were talking. I was looking at my calendar too to be like, did I do what I said I was gonna do?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So did you so your things last week were project the next 3 months and determine the money you want to invest, research, finish your research project, walk for an hour 3 times during the week, and decide if you're hiring a marketing intern. Where are we? Where did we get to?
Well, hiring a marketing intern. I decided yes, that's gonna be a thing,
Oh.
but not now.
Oh, okay.
Not now, not now. Um I think I want to talk to my current assistant and then figure out how we would want to scope out what the person is doing and like how Mark will be able to support the marketing intern.
Mhm.
To make sure that like the onboarding process is as smooth as possible and like it's like velocity.
Yes.
Because then I'm thinking about like the three things that I want them to do, and I feel like I have to do a little bit more work before I bring someone on so that they can like take it up with ease. So they're not waiting for me. I don't want to become a bottleneck.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So basically, it's like yes, and now it's like strategizing on like how to best utilize that person's time, and make sure that they actually have something that can be a case study for them when they're done, with the internship that they could use for like work and everything like that. So the answer is yes, and my next steps is to finish and vision what I would like for them to work on, the three things I would like for them to work on, and then talk with my assistant to figure out like how would you work with them in during this time. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what I
So
need.
is the person that you're hiring, are they are paid or unpaid?
No, it's gonna be paid. Well, the platform they're called Acadium, but it's a platform where like you can hire someone for 3 months, 6 months, or 12 months, I feel, and
Uh,
has like really affordable prices. But it's like about 15 hours a week. So making something that actually makes sense for them to be able to do and accomplish in that
yeah.
time frame.
Yeah.
So the call was great. It made a lot of sense. So based on what I want to create, it'll specify the specialty of what person I want to work with me. Cause I have three projects that I need to get done, but it may be an intern for each one or someone who's gonna work on all three. So just figuring out, laying all that out, definitely needs to happen. So
Mhm.
that's that on that. So the next action item is for me to flesh things out and then have a meeting with my assistant. So that's my work there. The research project done.
Are you gonna do that this week though? No.
No, no.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
on the doing later to do list.
Okay.
That's on the doing later to do list. The research project went really well, crushed it as per usual.
Mhm.
So the goal is to like wait for the product team
I feel
to
like I can only
decide.
see half of your face, Eve.
Oh, you do? For real?
Yes, you're like over on this side of it.
With the research project, the work now is just passing over to the product team for them to figure out how they want to prioritize like the next developments for the product based on the research that I did, and then bring me in to make sure that everything is like you know aligned and it makes sense for what like the users want. So waiting on that. So that was really good. I did go walk at least through like I walked 3 times this week. Two for an hour and the last one for like 20 minutes.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna get better. But at least went outside, hallelujah.
Yeah.
In regards to getting dollars for the business, okay, yeah, I got 30K. I need 40K, at least 40K.
Amazing, right?
So yeah, I got 30K, but I need 40K. So I need to actually call the bank after this live to basically tell them like, where are my dollars?
Right.
Where are my dollars? Because that money is also what's gonna be needed and used to like um fund what the marketing person does and handle some, you know, renovation costs for like a real estate property situation. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we need those dollars to be able to fund that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then what was the other thing I said I was gonna do?
That was it, girl. You did the things. Like those were the 4
Yeah.
things. So what are your goals for this week then?
Um. hmm,
Exactly.
right. um,
Exactly.
I have a lot of. Well, continuing. I'm gonna continue with some research work. That's always ongoing. Research work all the time. But I feel very. I always feel very confident when it comes to research. I can do it in my sleep. It's fun. So
You're
continuing
doing
with.
research for what? Your job?
Yeah, research for the contract that I'm doing. Yeah.
Okay.
Um.
Is there
And
something that you need to complete for your research?
um. This is the week where they're going into something called PI planning, which basically means they're planning for the next quarter.
Uh-huh.
So my role is to just make sure like all the estimates to complete research work are correct. So
Okay.
I'm gonna probably do that. Make sure like research estimates are appropriate for this next upcoming like work that I have to do. I have a lot of real estate calls. Um, so my goal is to have these real estate calls and make sure I give people like appropriate requests for support. Have like a call to action.
Did the
Um,
emails work?
oh my gosh, yeah, I sent the emails out. Yes. Oh yeah. So I had an accountability call like at 11:30
Honey.
last night. Was
We
that last
be
night?
we be having random accountability calls. This is just the one y'all see. We had one like 11:30 on Saturday night. Okay.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah. So I sent some emails out to some realtors, and the reason why I'm dressed up is because I just recorded a video for a text campaign that I'm going to send out to realtors, and the video is already up on YouTube. Literally
I
just
love
posted it
it.
right before the call. Yeah. That's why I'm
I
dressed up.
just love it. Like, oh, the level at which you take action is great. Okay, so for the real estate, your goal is to do what now?
I have 5 calls like specifically for real estate this week that I want to complete, but make sure I have like a very clear like request for support for everyone
Right,
that
right.
I talk to, So um and let me see. I need to go take care of my plants. My plants need to be I'm about to like hop and skip like for like a month. So I need to meet with my friend to take care of my plants. I need to be accountable. So I'm doing that. And then for self-care, I'm going to
Take care of the plants is what's killing me.
yeah, I'm gonna take care of my plants. I love my babies. I'm gonna make sure to go on a walk again at least 3 times this week, but I'm gonna have to shift it to the morning, so that's gonna be a little difficult for me. So I'm really gonna have to push myself to do it because all my evenings this week are booked. So I'm gonna do three walk at least 3 times this week, but the morning, and that's a stretch goal for me because Lord have mercy. Um,
Gonna hop up out that bed, get your walk on.
what?
Look in the mirror and say, "What's up?
Hey.
I'm getting skinny."
I can
Oh,
stand you.
yes,
Um,
yes.
and then
Mhm.
what I also did, I booked for myself a self care day. I'm taking myself out on a date for my birth month, and I'm gonna go see the Lion King.
What?
I'm so excited.
Wait, where? Here or in New York?
Yeah, it's here. No, I can go to China because I have to head out down south this week. Uh,
Oh,
Lion King is in Philly from this August 16th to like September 20th or something. So I'm literally going on the opening night on August 16th before I fly
oh
out. And I'm so
wow.
excited. I've never been, never seen it. I'm just ready to cry and
I
sing my
love
whole
it.
heart
I love it. Yes. Oh, did I know? Let me know.
out.
No, I love it. I love it. Lion King. Oh, yes. Date yourself.
Yes, date yourself. Mm, 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 mm.
Yes. I love it. This sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, that's the road. That's the
That's
road.
the thing, y'all. Even when you got a lot of things to achieve, like you got to have some fun.
I'm
You
I'm
got to.
I'm embodying that in this new
You
year.
got to.
In this new year, oh
Yes,
yes.
you must. You must. Like, I love that. Our fun is gonna be our children's birthday party is on Friday. I mean on Saturday. True and Free celebrate together because True's birthday was last Friday and Free's birthday is this Saturday. So we have a whole Dora the Explorer adventure
Oh, I love it.
planned for the 19th and a little sprinkle of gifts throughout the week here. So,
Um,
so yes. Oh man, this is good. This is good.
no, this is good. I feel good about it too. If I have time to think through the marketing stuff, I will. But I'm gonna put it on my not doing now list. I might make a note for me to do it like next week. Marketing stuff. Just don't call it marketing.
Yeah. Yes.
I
The
see
other
that's
thing that's
a good
not even on this list
not even
that
on
is very high priority this week is to get this velocity banking popping immediately.
oh
Immediately. If y'all don't know what it is, go to the tube, type in velocity banking to pay down your credit and pay down your mortgage and just simmer in it, simmer.
mm-hmm.
What I'm about to do is I'm about to try to implement it and then I'm gonna see how it work real good. I'm about to create a whole mini course on how to leverage velocity banking to travel. Like that's what's going to happen because the way I feel it's going to be like popping based on the way it's been popping for other people. I feel like y'all need this. Y'all gonna need this the way I need this. Yes. So yes.
I agree.
Well,
I'm gonna say because you wrote out, you said that you wanted to, you know, homeschool the babies. And
yeah.
now based on the circumstances, like that's what you now have to do. Um,
Yes.
which means that yes, we could remember here you're talking about perspective. Like, yes, now there's a little bit less time for you and yourself and your business, but then that means like allowing yourself more grace, knowing that you've done enough,
Mm,
like and allowing yourself to become more efficient in your time, like just getting 1% more
yeah.
efficient per day, then then it'll be worth it.
Yeah.
Because you're living the life that you want to live. You just have to figure out how to like. We're just constantly figuring out ways to like make it work and make it make sense, right? Like even with
Yes.
me, like I said, I have to walk at least 3 times a day, but now I got to do it all in the morning. But it got to get
Right.
done.
Yes.
So it's like take your butt to bed and wake up. You know what I mean?
Yes. This is the thing. You have to, that is exactly what I have to do this week is go to bed and wake up because technically if I'm able to actually I'm supposed to be up and moving at 7:30. Usually at this point I'm up and moving at 8, but if I can be up and moving at 7:30, like that really sets my day significant. If I can wake up at 7, give myself the grace time to marinate and then be moving by 7:30, like I could get a lot done before 2:30 when my husband leaves for work. So yes, there's that, and there's also just the like one of the things I wrote down yesterday was when you have a lot of stuff to do, really shifting from the mindset of I have to I'm choosing to, and as opposed to looking at just the task that needs to be done, thinking about the choice that you're making and the reason why you're making that choice because usually it's a long-term thing, right? So for me it's like, all right, so I have to figure out like how we're going to schedule their days. I have to figure out whether they're going to do part-time daycare time, homeschooling collective, like what is my husband going to do during the day, what am I going to do in the evening, like all of these things, right? And how I have to figure it out and put it into my actual life. But those are the I'm choosing to really build a significantly deep
Hmm.
right? Like I'm choosing to like memories for us and for them at some of the most pivotal point of their life. Like this is the most impressionable time of their life. And so even though I have a lot of things that need to be done, this is the choice that I'm making, right? Because that is important to me and it's valuable to me and it's valuable to us. Because we are much more conscious as parents than I believe my parents were when I was a kid, right? Of just how school works and what they're doing and how it just is completely backwards from the way that children's brains work and the way they learn and the way they thrive and the way they flourish. And so I'm in a different space. So I'm choosing to build this into my life in this way, right? Because this is what I want for my girls. And that has really allowed me to shift my energy from anxiety to like really being in a space of like warmth about it, right? And really being a space of like being curious about just learning more about them, just like spending more time and getting really to know them better, but just also being very curious about what all is available. Because I talked to my doula and she just had a plethora of things like, girl, they could go to this and go to that. Blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, what? I had no idea all this is out here. Right. So now I'm in a space of like, this is really going to be cool to do. And I'm really curious to see like, who are the people and what are the experiences that making this choice is inviting into my life? Like I feel like I've always been talking about like I really want a mom tribe, but I don't have time to build a mom tribe. And now it's going to create a mom tribe. Like this is going to create a mom tribe. So yes.
This is good.
It's definitely about that. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like if we were to pick like a word for who we have to be this week, what word would you choose?
Oh God. Okay, I'm gonna let you choose your word first because I have no idea.
You know, I always ask these things because I don't know what it is. Wait.
Child.
Or maybe it'll help us if we figure out what we don't want to be, and then we like pivot it to who we do.
Exactly. I don't want to be stressed. That's what I don't want to be. And I don't want to be in anxiety. I don't want to be. I feel like, with the things that I'm doing this week, I feel like the word that I'm thinking about is being willing. And so being in a space of being willing to do the things and to change my mindset about things and continue to push forward, right? Like, because sometimes during the week, like all of these things will come up. But for me, staying in a space of like, all right, even in the midst of these things, even in the midst of all these changes, even in the midst of all these obstacles and problems, like I'm still willing to continue to move forward toward the vision, right, that I have for myself and for my family and for my business. Like I'm still willing to show up, like, and continue to move the ball forward, right? So I feel like this week, that is where I really need to be. It's just like in a space of like, I'm willing to continue to move the vision forward, even in the midst of all the things that indeed will show up. I already know that. And they indeed will show up. Yes. What is yours?
I don't know why. My brain was like, even when things show up, I'm gonna still show up.
Yes.
I like it.
Yes.
I like it a lot. That's good. That makes sense. That's good. I think I don't want to. I need to like stop judging myself so much. Like it's bad. It's really bad. Lots of therapists make a lot of money trying to teach you how to get out of this. I want to keep practicing not being judgmental, even with me like deciding like, oh, like I have to travel later in the week, so that means I should actually give myself like less to do so that I don't set myself up for failure, so I don't judge myself, even making that conscious decision, and then like allowing myself to be like the day before I travel, and traveling is always amazing for you, but it still takes a lot out of you.
Yeah.
like do something for yourself. Like you haven't done anything for your birth month yet, like do it, and don't judge yourself for doing that. Like every single thing that like I'm doing, I'm always just like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, and like getting out of this notion of like should. This is what I should do instead of just being myself. And if today me being is at a level, I feel like I'm like at a 7 or 8 today. So like allow yourself to be a 7 and 8 today and do the things that you need to do. And if you need to push something, put it in your not doing now list. Like, and don't judge yourself for it. Like, don't do what you need to do for yourself and then judge yourself very harshly for it. Like, because you think you should.
What is the opposite of judgment? I don't know. I was trying to Google it, but
I don't know.
Let me see. Sorry.
I don't know. I was just thinking.
You know what came to my mind was being proud of yourself. That's in my good. Having a feeling of like I'm very proud of myself. To me, feels on the complete opposite spectrum of judging yourself.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Because I'm resisting it, then that's exactly the one I need.
Exactly. Yes. Like, because your spirit is saying, oh my God. Yes. Yes. Like literally, like really everything you do, like simmering and allowing yourself to just reflect on like, yeah, like I'm proud of myself for this. I'm proud of myself for showing up. I'm proud of myself for this. I'm proud of myself taking care of myself, taking my walks, going on this trip for my B-day, going on a date for my B-day. Like just really simmering and being proud of yourself. Like this week.
Cool. Okay.
We're going to circle back with Eve on Monday, y'all, and make sure that she was actually being proud of herself this week. Okay. Yes, because we are very proud of you. Okay.
Oh, thank you, love.
We're very proud of you. Yes. So, well, y'all, 'tis our accountability call. Drop down in the comments what your goals are for this week. What are your top 5 things that you need to get done? And I love the idea of your word for the week. So also put down there what your word for the week is. Mine is, willing. Eve is going to be proud. Yes. These are the things. Catch us again on next Monday. Have a good week.
Bye, y'all.